Hello, welcome to the My Reader Minutes. For those who are new here, welcome. To all my new subscribers, thank you for joining me on my journey. I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time, a few My Reader Minutes, to talk about the latest lawsuit or potential lawsuit. It looks like Miss Janice Combs has been brought into the fray. Now, Diddy's case seems to be growing legs, arms, extra heads. I mean, it's growing by leaps and bounds. There's no way that all this stuff is true. And if it is, this will make the biggest blockbuster ever. Because I can't wait for the movie. This is absurd. Before I get into what the Daily Mail is saying about this new lawsuit, I just wanted to talk about the guy, Courtney Burgess. Now, him and his lawyer, I think it's Ariel, has been making the rounds, right? That's the guy who has the supposedly the tapes. He had the book or the thumb drive and gave it to Todd, that guy, Chris Todd. And supposedly um has seen 8 different tapes of Diddy involved in S activity. But his story keeps changing. First he had raids, then it wasn't a raid, then it was a subpoena, wasn't a subpoena. Then the feds came in when they raided, they took everything. Then he handed over what he had. So if they took everything, what did he hand over? I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going back and forth. Well, the latest is him and his lawyer have to go back to the grand jury. Now, why are they being called back to the grand jury? Why are they doing press tours? Like, I thought that there was, if you're talking to the grand jury and he claims he's not a witness, he said he's never been to any Diddy parties. He didn't read the book. What is the grand jury talking to him about? But supposedly on the 12th, I want to say, he's due back to talk to the grand jury. I don't believe them. I believe this is all about putting themselves out there in the limelight. They're jumping on the Diddy wagon like most of the people are. I'm not saying there's not some witnesses. I mean, not some witnesses, some victims involved in that. Because Cassie, to me, is a victim. Granted, she came out and she just wanted her money and she went on her merry way. But the state evidently picked it up. So to me, she was going to live. I mean, she had been living with it for over 10 years. She felt like, I guess she had been given enough to compensate her for those 10 years. That's what? She got 30 million. That 3 million a year, I guess. However, this Courtney Burgess man who on one interview, he said that wasn't even his name, even though that was the name that was on the subpoena. I don't have your I don't have the grand jury or the feds calling you by your fictitious name. They would go by your government name. Right? Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I just wanted to bring that up because it boggles my mind. Now they have this one guy who's claiming he's filing a lawsuit. They didn't say he filed it, but they say he is filing a lawsuit against the disgraced mogul's mother. So now he wants to file a lawsuit against Janice Combs. Like what are you filing a lawsuit against her for? Okay, well, let's find out. So it says Sean Diddy Combs, and this is by the Daily Mail, used his mother's name to allegedly form a criminal enterprise to hide money and other business deals, according to a former friend who worked with the disgraced bad boy mogul. Dion D1 Best. That's his name, Dion D1 Best. Okay. Appeared on the Daily Mail's podcast, The Trial of Diddy, where he claims Combs used his mother Janice's name to hide artists' publishing rights, including deals. Best said he broke it in the late 1990s. Now, I do remember Mace. Mace said that the publishing rights were in his mama's name. He said that on an interview, and I do remember him saying that. Best claims his company, Finish Line Entertainment, signed artists to Diddy who worked on various albums for Bad Boy, including Christopher Notorious B.I.G. Wallace, 1999, Born Again, which reached platinum status and sold over 1 million copies. Now, again, there is that artist, Biggie Smalls, the Notorious B.I.G., who Diddy's been living off of his royalties for over 20 some years. He was worth more to him unalived, I guess. But we won't go there. That's a whole nother story. Best, 56, said that the way Combs allegedly organized his business deals not only took publishing rights from him and the artists who worked on the songs, but built them out of future earnings. He goes, all of my publishing rights went to Janice Combs. Best told the Daily Mail exclusively. I'm here to talk about a different section of his allegations and what I feel to believe involves his mother, Janice Combs. Wow. This is about holding people accountable for systematic actions. He added, these actions have caused financial hardship, emotional hardship, but not only myself, but other artists in the business through what I feel was fraudulent and coercive activity. And I think that Janice Combs falls under those guidelines. Best told the Daily Mail he plans to sue Janice Combs and her company because the Bad Boy deals were signed to her name. Meanwhile, Diddy remains, of course, at the Brooklyn jail, and he's facing multiple federal charges for trafficking and racketeering charges. His attorney have declined to comment on Best's allegations, and also reached out to Janice Combs' attorney for comment. Best also alleged Combs did the same thing with songs his company created on other albums, including rapper Black Rob's 2000 album, Life Story, and Combs Forever, which is also hit platinum status after it was released in 1999. While historically it was not uncommon for record labels or record owners to take a percentage of an artist's publishing as part of a signing deal, artists have since pushed back because of the potential future earnings their songs could garner. Other artists who work with Combs, including Mark Curry, have alleged Diddy was able to circumvent certain deals because he allegedly used Janice Combs to seal the deal. In a viral 2020 rant, rapper Mason, or Mabetha? I don't know. Mace? Or is that Mace? Mace Betha. Oh, that's Mace. Okay, yeah. Claimed Diddy also took his publishing rights away too. That's what I was just saying. I never knew his name was Mason, but I guess it makes sense. Now, I never knew that. Wow. I was this years old when I found out Mason's name is Mason. Okay. How dare this ninja talking about he wants receipts? Mace said on the Combs in the Mace said about Combs in the clip. Let's start with your mother, ninja. Your mother got the receipts, ninja. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who's got the receipts, ninja. Best, who has left gang life, has turned to religion and now coaches youth sports. Said he's become friends with Combs and Notorious B.I.G. after they met at parties in LA and they were frequented by Hollywood A-listers. Best said the bad boy producer would call him up for protection and check in to see if it was safe for him to be in certain areas of LA. Wow. It was also at this point that the death row Suge Knight, who hails from Compton, had allegedly threatened Combs, Best claims. So, by this being my hometown, I knew how to maneuver through the community, through the streets. Let's just say everybody was aware that Suge Knight and Puffy had a situation. Suge is a big guy. I'm not a big guy, but I had that type of relationship with Suge that I could say, Suge, ease up. And he would respect the situation. As Combs and his artists came to LA to work on music or to party, he became close to Wallace, who was more calm than the arrogant Combs. I guess he's talking about Biggie. He claims he claimed he claimed he was with Wallace the night he was killed during a drive-by shooting on March 9th, 1997, just outside the Peterson Automotive Museum where Vibe Magazine's Soul Train Awards after party was held. Wow, that was 1997, 2007, 2008. You already come up on 30 years in about 3 years of Biggie's death. Doesn't seem like he's been gone that long, but I guess. Best said he had warned Wallace that week to keep close to him while he was in LA. On that particular night, Best said Biggie and him were briefly separated as they were leaving the party. The next thing he heard were the fatal shots that would ultimately kill him, unalive him. The next thing he heard was the fatal shots that would ultimately unalive him. I never understood how he wasn't with me when we exited through the door. I think about it more today. I felt like somebody literally lured him away from me, pulled him away, and said, let's go this way. He continued, I tried to explain that to him. Man, you can't just be moving around by yourself. Best said he believes Biggie, who was a bad boy's most lucrative artist, was looking to leave the label and Combs right before his death. Best said he was not surprised that the former mogul is facing a possible life sentence if he is convicted on all charges. He added watching the new viral video of Combs attacking his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura in 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles angered him. That video of Cassie broke my heart, he said. I have 2 daughters, a mother, sisters. It's like, wow, you can kick on Cassie, but you don't want to stand up to Suge? Wow, that was deep. Yeah, well, we all know that that video kinda has sealed his deal. That video has sealed the deal. I mean, even though he's not on trial for that video or for the things that he did to Cassie, if the other allegations are even somewhat true, he's done. Now, will Biden give him a pardon? Will Trump give him a pardon? I don't know. Let's see. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this? Did I spell entertainment? I think entertainment, not entertainment. Let me fix that. I ain't spelled it right yet. I can't see. I didn't even know how you spell entertainment. enter. Hey, come on, how to spell check. Everything. Oh, sorry. Everything on this channel is alleged and also my opinion and for entertainment only. All right, y'all. That's all I got for this segment. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Everyone be blessed. Peace.